And we're live. Welcome back to Pink's Garage live stream for what is this? Sunday, December 24th, Christmas Eve, 2023. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Glad to throw up a live here tonight. See if anybody wants to join. I don't know how long I'll be able to run it for. I'm kind of tired. I need to get my meds soon because my back is hurting, but I think I can hold off for maybe an hour. I'm trying not to overdo it. Oops. Sounds wrong. Okay. So, welcome to live stream. So it shows two people in here. I know Zach's in here. Who else we got? Three people. Hey. Anyway, live stream, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everybody. Not much going on here. I'm at the rehab facility for after back surgery, so haven't really done much. Haven't worked on any cars. I did finally run out of video to make shorts out of from the last time I was at the drag strip, which not bad. I think I got over a month worth out of shorts out of those, which pretty good. They helped get my channel over 1,600 subscribers, which is nice. But live or view time, watch hours just keep falling off because the shorts views don't count. If they did, I'd have plenty. Who we got down there in the chat that's not saying anything? Go ahead and say hi. Let's see who's in here. Shows I got three. So Zach's already said something. He got in here before I actually started the live. Well, I'm looking at the wrong place. I'm not staring at the camera. So anyway, Money Pit Mustang Brian. Money Pit Mustang. Isn't that all of them? Isn't that like every Mustang? Brand new ones to old ones. Aren't they all basically Money Pits, Brian? Merry Christmas to you too. I mean that one, that blue one right there in the picture behind me, that one's got a little bit of money in it. Not as much as you might think, but more than it should have been. But yeah, cars in general seem to be money pits if you don't just drive them as a daily with a gas saver kind of deal, you know. Buy a cheap, commuter car and just drive it daily. Those can be money savers, but generally all my cars are money pits. I think so far the Edge is the only one that's not gonna be because it's just gonna stay a stock 4-door little SUV. Runs fine for now. Hope it stays that way. Got over 10,000 miles on it now. But I may have come on a little early for Christmas Eve because people might be doing stuff with their families and not be able to come in quite this early. But I don't know how long I'll do this for. I just needed to do a live stream, maybe get some views, get some view time in. Talk about what's up. But oh, hold on one sec, Zach. Doing good so far. Aw, you lost your dog. I am so sorry. That sucks. Doesn't matter what time of year it is. Losing a dog sucks. Before Christmas, after Christmas, middle of the summer, it does not matter. My dogs are like family to me, so they're like the kids that sometimes listen. But, I miss my dogs because I haven't seen them in 2 weeks. I think I left the house on the 12th. Today is the 24th. Or no, I left the house on the 11th. So the last time I saw them was on the 11th. Oh, I gotta look at my calendar. Can't remember the days. calendar. Yeah, last time I saw him was Monday the 11th, so tomorrow will be 2 weeks, and I don't go home until Wednesday. So it's nice and warm here today. It was up into the 60s, and tomorrow it's supposed to be warm again, but it's supposed to rain, be windy. So just weird. I think this time last year it was around 9 or 10 degrees. Which is a huge difference. Huge, huge. But I am so ready to be able to work on my cars again. I'm looking forward to this healing process to end and hopefully be in better shape than I was before. Uh, the last couple of days have put me through the ringer during PT and OT, uh, but that's a good thing. It's getting me a little bit stronger, and I'm realizing how out of shape I was even before the surgery. Um, Mostly because it was hard to do things with my back being all messed up. So I'm hoping that when I get home and I'm fully healed in like a month or so, that I could start working on my cars with no problem. That'll be good. And what I need to do also is keep in shape now. If my legs stay working well and I don't have all the cramping issues and all that problem with them because of my back, then maybe I can start, you know, staying in shape instead of just being lazy all the time. Because I'd like to get both my cars ready and done before the season starts, which is only a couple months away. I want to get that Focus running, get it all tuned up, and then get the Mustang going in the garage. And that's going to be fun getting that transmission out again. I got to drop the entire exhaust because it's all one piece from the headers back. You get that exhaust down enough that loosen the header on the passenger side, and hopefully get that transmission out without too much trouble. Being it's going to be on jack stands, um, which is just not really tall enough. I wish I had a lift for that because it's such a pain getting that transmission out from under that car. My clutch is like that deep, so you got to get it back a good ways, and it's hard to do when there's like no room because it's the long tube headers. And I don't want to take them off because my God, that was a nightmare putting those on in the first place. So we'll see what we can do. I'll have to probably get some help with that. Yeah. And this time to take it off, I'm definitely going to have to remove the shifter. I'm not going to be able to do it without taking the shifter off. That's just too much work. So I'll lower it down a little bit, pull that shifter off of it, then be able to pull that a little bit easier. Gives me a little bit more working room front and rear. I see people coming in and out, but ain't nobody saying nothing. You guys got to post up in chat, say hi at least, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, F you, something. I understand if you're watching and you can't do anything because you're like driving or something. I was planning on going to Ford Takeover, but we will see. As of right now, I'm not going to be able to afford to go to Ford Takeover, so we'll see how that goes, how that plays out. Um, if anything, maybe I could make it up for one day. Come up there during the day on Saturday. Not do the cruise, but I don't know. It depends on a lot of things. But me staying the whole weekend probably not going to happen. Um, and but like I said, we'll see. I'm going to plan on being there, but I can't promise anything this year. But that's just the way it is. Oh, hey Nate, thanks. Yeah, I'm healing, doing it slowly. A little while ago, after I ate dinner tonight, our Christmas Eve dinner being lasagna, which not super traditional, but tomorrow night they got a pretty traditional dinner. But after doing that, I went and walked around the facility about 3.5 laps, which isn't that far, but for me, it's a good ways. Walking without a walker, so I don't need that. I was able to give up the walker a couple days ago already. The only thing I use it for, hey, Salty, how's it going? The only thing I use the walker for is like when we're in doing PT, if I'm standing and doing something that requires a little bit more balance, I have it right there just in case I need it. Because, I lose my balance a little bit when we're working on like balance drills today, which that was so much fun. Had me standing with feet together on this thick foam mat so it moved a little bit, and then had me play with a balloon back and forth and not fall. And I did okay. Coordination's doing okay. So that helps. I was able to do that, and that just helps strengthen the core, because you got to use your core to like keep that balance. And my core is very, very weak. Can't say that's not my fault because it is my fault. So the years of being lazy and then blaming it on the pain I was in, saying, well, I could do this because of the pain. Well, if I'd probably worked out and kept myself in shape, that pain might not have gotten so bad. So double-edged sword, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But anybody who's in here, check out the video from Gary today from Mr. Mach 1. See his little setup for his fuel pump and stuff. Pretty sweet. Think that's going to work really well for him. So I didn't see anybody else put anything up. Hey, Sublime, what's up? Oh, totally understand, Sublime. Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. But thanks for stopping by. And if I'm still on here and they leave, which I doubt, because I don't think I'm gonna be on here for like 3 hours. It's already kind of tired. I'm already tired. So it's been a long day today. I started my day at, not early, but I got up at 6:30, and then started doing PT at noon or 8 a.m. and did that till 12. And at 12, I came back here and had lunch. And then I went and walked a little bit. And my wife came by to see me and brought me some stuff. Oh, and I got a gift today. I got a Christmas gift from the facility here. So I got me a blankie. I got me a little blankie. It's a little Christmas blankie, super soft. It's nice and soft. It's going under my arm here, make it nice and comfortable. But yeah, a couple little goodies in the bag. Got some like lotion and chapstick, stuff like that. Which it's not something they had to do, and so I thought it was really really sweet gesture of them. Oh, and there's a candy cane which I can't eat. It's all sugar. Trying to keep my sugar in check here because they are checking my blood sugar, and while I was at the hospital, I did actually take insulin a couple times because it's pretty high. I had a pretty high blood sugar, but it's gone down since then. I'm thinking maybe some of the pain from the surgery was related to that. But I have other sweet things to eat. I got Chips Ahoy, yummy. These are always good. Got some more Chips Ahoy. Let's see what else we got here. Got some of my favorite cookies of all time. The old Nutter Butter. Love these things. And last but not least, we have the Oreos. Little packs. I'm doing pretty good at not just eating them all at one time because I've had these in here for a couple of days. But that's the stuff my wife bought me to snack on while I'm stuck in here. And today, to supplement my lunch, she brought me a Hardee's cheeseburger, which was pretty good. Just they didn't put any mayonnaise on it. None. Like no mayonnaise, no mustard, no ketchup. There's like nothing on it. It's like dry. So I grabbed some mayonnaise from this place. And my wife's, of course, was like dripping with mayonnaise, and they were the same burger. And I'm like, how do they do that? They just put the mayonnaise for both of them onto one burger and call it good? I don't know. So, but it was tasty. It was different. it was not within my restricted. I'm on a low calorie diet in here, so I think I'm on like 600 calories a meal, which isn't a lot. But I'm supplementing because I can't lose this girlish figure of mine. Hey, Salty, what are you up to? You coming up on the panel, or are you staying down there in the basement, or not basement, but in the chat? And how's your mom? She get out of the hospital? Oh, it was sick as a freaking. Oh, okay, can't stop coughing. I just read that, Salty. Never mind. So I have a feeling nobody's going to be able to come up on the panel this early. I may just run this as a really short one now, and maybe start one up later if somebody else doesn't. When more people are able to come on the panel. I was just kind of bored, and it was something to keep me from falling asleep too early, because normally I'd be sleeping right now for an hour or two and then wake up and have to try and sleep all through the night and not be able to. I'm trying to change up my pattern a little bit, get it to where I'm sleeping at night instead of during the day. But no, just wanted to basically do this live. Come on, tell everybody Merry Christmas. Hope they're having a good one. Hope everybody's family's doing okay. And just BS with people. But I get it. You got family over? I do not. My wife is at home. She doesn't like driving at dark, and it's raining, so I'm totally fine with her not coming. Perfect rain last night, but this morning feels like I've been ran over by a train. Well, Salty, did you go stand out in front of the train last night by chance? I mean, do you sleepwalk? Maybe you get hit by the train. I know you have one near you. What up, Nate?
Not much.
What are you doing there? Are you cleaning a rifle?
Yep.
Is that what I see?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Sorry, I'm using my phone because my laptop's way too big right now for what I'm doing.
Yeah, because you got what rifle are you cleaning there?
30-06.
Oh yeah, I love those. Good one. I can't remember which one's better, the 30-06 or the 308. Bigger.
I think that's bigger. Not by a lot, but I think it's bigger.
Which one, the 308?
No, the 30-06.
Just by a hair, right?
It's not by much. They're really
There's
close.
so many. They're all done by so many different ratings. Like I think my 308 is dual chambered. It will take a 7.62 as well.
Yeah.
But so and I don't remember how big. I haven't used a 30-06 so long. I can't remember how big they are.
Well, the funny thing is there's a guy that hunts with us. He has a 308, but he didn't have it this year. So I've kind of wondered it. And like I said, don't quote me. I mean, I'm not a gun guy. I have a rifle. I go hunting, but like I don't have 20 guns. I have one.
Yeah. I have very few too, but I don't know either. That's why I was asking, because I could not remember. I could look it up, but I don't feel like it.
I know they're close. I always thought it was bigger, but I think I looked it up one time and it was like close, but it was a touch smaller.
Yeah. Oh, if Charlie were on here, he could answer us. Go fast. Go fast would know.
So how's you're feeling a little bit better?
I still get the pain gets up to like a 10 still at times. When they do that pain scale.
Yeah.
But today I think I've kept it down around a 9 for the worst parts of the day. And that was like right after physical therapy.
Yeah.
But right now it's not too bad, and I got what's left in an ice pack on it for a couple minutes because it's mostly cold water.
Well, hey, you don't get better overnight. It isn't like this happened overnight, so you don't get better overnight.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it did happen overnight, the surgery, because this pain is much worse than what I was dealing with for years. But when it's done, I should be feeling better. I'm not expecting my back to go to no pain at all. I don't expect that ever.
I don't think that for anybody. Once you kind of end up with pain somewhere, it's kind of there.
Yep.
It's just how bad.
My legs. If my legs will start working right again and quit spasming and quit losing power, and I was losing strength. Like my legs would give out on me at times. I couldn't run. I couldn't even jog. Constantly cramping, and every single muscle in your legs to your toes. Seriously, like I'd have a cramp in my toe, and the next thing I know, I'd have one in my hamstring, and then in my thigh, and then in my calf, and then in the top of my foot. And those suck. Top of your foot sucks because it's so hard to rub that out and stop it. What are you cleaning with there?
I bought a cleaning kit years ago.
I think you have the same cleaning kit I do, but for different size. Let me see.
I forget.
No, that's the same cleaning stuff I have there in the bottle that's open.
Oh yeah, the hops.
Yeah, I have that. I have hops, and then what do you got there? Yep, same stuff.
I've got Action Cleaner for
and gun scrub. Yeah, I have all that.
It was like
every bit of that stuff. Let's see. How to get you out of full screen? There we go.
Yeah, I need to clean it up. It's been sitting in the box since I got back from hunting season. So,
when was hunting season?
The second week when I go is the first week of December.
Okay. So did you get anything?
For your, it was the week of your last live. For your.
Okay. Did you get anything?
Yeah, I thought it was a doe. It ended up being a buck.
Yeah.
Really small, but it was a distance away, and I didn't realize it was as small as it was because it was all by itself.
So almost meatless.
Yeah, pretty much.
Usable. I mean, you can sell that stuff off. It's good for dogs and stuff if they're really skinny.
I hate doing that. Mistakes happen. I just hate doing that because that buck might have been really just, you don't know. It ain't like I can reach out there and be like, hold on, let me feel the top of your head and see if you got horns that are stuck.
I know. It is kind of a waste. It sucks. I've never had that problem because I've never hunted for deer before. One day I should. I really should. I don't know if I'd be good at it.
That happens a little more often than people would probably like to admit.
What, being good at it?
Oh no, shoot! What is ends up being a small buck that you didn't know even.
Oh yeah, I've talked to people who've had it happen, but luckily most of the guys I know that hunt have an area they hunt, and they know the deer runs that are around. That they know all the they've seen all the families, so they're pretty accurate at what they're shooting at.
Yeah, we don't. My cousin, he's a really big buck, but that's it. He never sees anything else.
Yeah, but they all have family land. They're hunting on private land.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think my biggest problem would be sitting there in the early morning quietly for too long. It's just hard for me to do that.
We don't do that. Well, I don't do that.
Okay.
Everybody's ready to hunt here.
Yeah.
Get people moving in the woods, deer move. Otherwise, they just sit there. That's my problem. I've never actually shot anything sitting there.
No, shooting the deer itself, that's not going to be a problem. Whether my aim is on or not at the time.
Yeah.
Depends on the weather, really does. My aim in a range is really good. I can shoot at a range, no problem. I'm really good at it. But doing that in the wild, and I think deer are cute. I think I'd love to have one as a pet, but I can kill one for food, no problem.
Yep.
Because I love the way the meat tastes. Whether I could pack one out of the woods or not, I don't know. We started talking deer and everybody left. It is down to 2 people in there.
Sorry, didn't mean to kill the live. I just figured,
it's not your fault.
Sitting here by myself.
I don't mind. Hey, it was something to talk about. I was dying out here.
Well, I know. It's all good. I'm sitting here by myself. It's just us this year. We're not going home. We didn't go back to PA this year.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing the.
Well, you see where I am. I'm not at home.
Yeah.
I'm in the lovely J.W. Summers rehab facility, and every time I hear rehab, though, I think drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, no. My girlfriend works in a long-term facility in rehab.
Yeah, a lot of
it,
these people. I'm the young guy in here. I'm the kid.
She deals actually with her own age.
Yeah. A lot of these people in here are fairly old, but there's a couple younger ones my age. But I think they work here. But it's not a bad place, and the PT's good. I know that I wouldn't do it on my own, if I wasn't pushed to do it, because it hurts.
Well, that's the thing, is at least you're man enough to admit it. A lot of people be like, "Yeah, I can do that at home. Just let me go home," and then they never do it and never get better.
No,
it's just
no, I know better. And then after I leave here, I'll still be doing PT. It just will be outpatient at that point. But
yeah,
it's easier for them to keep me in control here, keep me from doing things I shouldn't do. But, just accidents happen at home too. I got my dog. They could hurt me.
They step in front of you at the wrong time.
You're right. And I got staples all over me, and they, paw at me or anything. I got one cut in the front, 2 on the side, and 3 in the back.
Yeah, I know you said it was it like a 2-stage thing where they had to cut you from the front and you basically take your guts and everything, set them off to the side?
They move them to the side. They don't pull them out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they move them to the side and operate on the lower 2 from the front. And then on the second stage, they go into all of them from the back, all 4, and from the side, and they had to cut some stuff out and had to fuse a bunch. They all got fused, I think. What is it called? A laminectomy? I got a laminectomy on some of them.
Oh, wow.
And now they're doing shift changeover right now. So, but
they still have the incisions, the abdominal incision, the staples.
Yeah, they have not gone away for some reason.
The back incision.
But so where are you going hunting at? Somewhere near you?
Yeah, I went to my uncle's. My uncle, all the family, everybody, basically anybody that likes to hunt goes there.
Okay.
It's more of a family thing for me than I really care to the hunt. It doesn't really matter to me if I hunt.
Yeah.
So
it's always nice.
It's just nice to get together once a year.
You too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Somebody else came back in.
They might were out from
I didn't realize it was 7 o'clock already.
Blues, they might have got wore out from Blues live yesterday. Went for 5.
Well, I was in there for a while.
Were you?
Yeah, I was in there for a good while, and I left before it was over. I was tired. I knew I was going to fall asleep.
So my time is an hour. Are you an hour behind me? I think you are.
It is just now 7 o'clock almost.
8 o'clock. It's just about 8 o'clock here. So you're an hour behind. Blue went to, I think it was 1:30.
Oh, geez. He went hours after I got out of there.
Yeah. It was 5.5 hours because it was like 4 hours and like 5 hours and 12 minutes. And he said he was going to get off. And he said like 15 minutes. So it was 5 hours, maybe 5 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah. It's I was on the panel for a good while, and then even after I left the panel, I stayed on for a while just to keep it. But then I slowly moved away from it because I was getting to where I couldn't understand what people were saying because I was tired. It was just like starting to pass out. The drugs were kicking in. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Time to go.
So I finally turned it off. I may have actually been in the live the whole time on my phone, just with it turned down.
Heck, I didn't even hop even on to say hi. I was sitting here watching an old race, and I seen it was like 1:45, and I'm like, yeah, there ain't nobody on. And I hopped on my phone since it was playing on the TV, and it popped up, and I went, there's no way they're still going. I figured my phone was from earlier when I was up and I did it. Nope, sure enough, they're still going. All 6. It was full panel.
Yeah. So one thing I guess only having 6 on your panel can be good at times, because there's times that people are talking over each other. You know, I could have 10 on mine, and when it gets to be 9 or 10 people, that happens a lot more.
Yeah.
Where people talk over each other.
I don't a whole lot when
not always a problem, but
just one of those things. I don't want to be that guy that talks over people. I don't like that too much.
Oh, I do it all the time and don't mean to, but
well, sometimes
I'm trying to be quiet.
There's a delay, you know, because I have that delay.
Yeah, the delay kind of sucks sometimes. You don't know somebody's talking and you start talking, but you end up talking over them because there was a delay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just server and congestion on the internet issues.
There we go.
So I wonder who's still in here. It says 3 people. Who's still in the chat?
So I've been getting really serious. I've been looking into some serious Focus STs here.
Oh yeah?
And
I'm seriously wanting to get mine finished.
Yeah. I've been wondering, how hard is it to find a motor for one of these cars? Because I haven't had much luck at all.
The prices have gone up. They're like $700 now, when I used to pay $500 for them. But you can't buy an ST motor. You got to buy like an Escape motor.
Now, that's what people were saying. I was reading in old forums that said it was like certain years of Escapes at work. Now, what years is that? And what other motors? And
they're all the same. They're all the same 2-liter. They're all turbo 2-liters. Most of them are automatics. Like one of them's the Lincoln MKC or something. There's like a Lincoln that has it. There's a list out there that's easy to find. And then you just have to look for the it's either the 8 in the 9th digit or 9 in the 8th digit on the VIN number.
It's 8th. It's the 8 and the 9th digit, I believe it was.
Okay, 8th and the 9th digit. Yeah, whatever that is. And so both of the ones I've bought for replacements might have been Escapes from a 13 or 14 Escape, which was the same year as my car.
Well, that was the thing, what's the difference? And I'd been seeing where I guess some of the motors, they didn't have a center mount turbo. They were offset on the head. Was one of the different.
Yeah, that's the one you can't use, where they have a different oil way. Now, and when you do it, you know, if you buy one with like a blown engine, or you blow your engine, the only thing you got to transfer across is your oil cooler, the oil fitting for the because it's got a built-in cooler on it, so it runs the water through it. It's not really a cooler.
Boss has the oil cooler.
Yeah, I have an external oil cooler, but I'm missing one piece for it, so I can't use it. And you do that, and you either sometimes you can use the intake that came with them, or you can just replace the intake, you know, with the original one. But I've deleted my sound tube, so I don't really need that intake. But I think there's 1 or 2 other connections on it that's different than the regular one.
Okay,
but I'm not sure about that. I don't think. No, maybe not. No. Because if you already have a delete, and you're not going to need the delete, and you're not going to need the vacuum source from it, then you can just use the intake that comes with it. You just change the throttle body out. Yeah. So it's not hard to do. I mean, I'm about to throw a different one in mine, and it's, you know, I've already done all the updates to it. I just bought new parts so I wouldn't have to swap them.
I was looking into it because I found one in Dover, Ohio, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from my dad.
Yeah.
It had said blown engine, everything's fine, couple few dings and dents, but the car looked like it was in really good shape. It was an 18 with 80,000 miles, clean title, $6,000.
$6,000.
I was like, I get a motor.
If the transmission's good, Just swap the motor and, build that one. And it's possible that you could save the old motor.
And that was the thing, is I was like, well, maybe I could save the old motor, but what's the transmission like? And then I found a parts car. The guy says it's still drivable, but it doesn't build boost. I said, well, the wastegate's probably stuck open on it.
There could be all kinds of reasons for that.
Thing is, I didn't have enough to say, yep, that will work, because I'm like, there's going to be something else wrong with that motor. I can already tell.
Yeah. But 80,000 miles in a blown motor, that's not too bad.
No. And then I found one in New York. That kid, it had a misfire. He parked it and bought a new car. So I emailed and said, did you have a mechanic look at it? Did you do anything? And he said it started randomly misfiring. He hit the gas to see if it'd clear up. It shut off and wouldn't restart. Well, now he went out 6 months later, jumped it, fires up, no codes, no nothing. I went.
Well, after so long, when the batteries die, it clears the codes.
Clears the codes.
Clears everything.
Either. So my thought is it probably had a head gasket that's probably starting to go, and it probably sucked in a bunch of coolant at once.
Or
caused it to misfire.
Or it could already be blown.
At that point, he was wanting to just get rid of it, but he wanted $10,000 for it. And I went,
yeah, people are crazy.
He was like, people
pay
things for 50.
I had to pay 11 grand for mine.
Yeah. I figure if I could pick one up with 60, 70,000 miles between around 11 and 12,000, I'd be happy.
What color was that 18?
Both of them were charcoal. Both of those cars were 18.
Okay. Yeah, see, I like the look of the pre-facelift front end or rear end, especially better. I like the hood look on the facelift one's better because it's a smooth transition. It looks better.
It's not.
I don't like the back end of the facelift at all. They went to the smaller tail lights, and the lines don't match up correctly. But
never paid a whole lot of attention to that. I like the facelift, but if I had, I don't hate either one of them. I just like the facelift better at the end of the day.
I don't hate either one. Just I prefer the pre-facelift. That's why when I bought another one, I kept it. I went to a pre-facelift. I went from a 14 to a 14. Problem is, I went from a late 14 to an early 14. So
now, did they change all throughout that rut, or they're all the exact? They just changed.
The only differences were body, and between the 13 and early 14s to the late 14s was a change in the front brake rotor size.
Okay.
And the I think it was the hat on the coilover was different.
So everything's the same. All right.
So you could actually update an early to be just like a late pretty easily by changing out the front shocks and struts, and changing out the rotors and brakes. Because I don't even think they increased the brake size or the caliper size. I think they just increased the rotor size for heat dissipation.
This is all answers I was looking for. I want one, but I'm like, I don't know enough. And to read around, it's like, who do you trust? Because I know who a lot of the people, 90% of the owners of these things are kids that are 20, 21, 22.
Most of the people I know that own them now are closer to my age, between 30 and my age. Yeah.
Well, that's because
but they're all the second owners of them. They're not the first owners. I was an original owner. And but when I bought mine, what was it, 2014? What was I, 43? That 9 years ago? Yeah. Yeah, I was 43 when I bought mine.
Thinking
because I'm a big kid.
I gotta look.
And I've done all the stupid stuff to them. I've done all that, and then when I went to do the setup for track vehicle, that's when I really fell in love with it. I mean, like really decided, and that's why when it broke or when it got destroyed after I had it fully set up right, I knew I was going to get another one. So I bought the same one, same color, everything, because I had a lot of parts that I was going to put on it, and
that's
a lot of them color matched, so I didn't want to start over. Parts have gotten cheaper in some regards and more expensive in others, but there's so many more options now.
I found
One
one.
second.
They're asking a little too much, but I think it's been pretty well taken care of. Some rich kid.
Yeah.
It's actually selling it. It looks like, I mean, the car's like, it looks like it's brand new and it's got 80,000 miles on it. I might go look
Yeah.
at it. Here, I'll bring it down here.
Is that the blown engine one?
No, this one's fine.
Oh, yeah. And the engine, if you're in good shape and you know what you're doing, you can change that engine out in 3 days. 2 days on a fat if you do it quick.
Let me see here. I've never switched
They're
the
not
camera.
hard to swap.
More settings. How do you change the camera? Oh, there we go. Right there.
You're asking the wrong man. Sublime's only knows how to do that shit.
Back dual wide camera, back ultra wide camera, back camera. There we go. That's the car.
Hey, oh, a white one.
Got 8,000.
Hold on. We're going 2, 3.
Here, I'll go wide.
Why is your camera? Does your camera doesn't rotate? Does it?
Well, here it might be because I'm not.
There we
Does that
go.
help?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, I like. He's got. The one thing I automatically do not like on that are wing risers. I hate them. I think they're the ugliest thing. See how the wings lifted away from the body?
I
Buy
think
a wing.
Him did it.
I don't like those, but that's a personal opinion. Now in the front end there, that hood, I love the way the hood is straight across the front on the facelifts. But what I hated is what they got rid of what I call the snake bites on the front grill. I like them. I think they look good.
I got you. Yeah, I mean the car's clean, interior's clean.
Hold on. Let me see. That's an ST2, ST1. That's an ST1. That's the low end model. Brand new. Those things were cheap.
I don't think I'm gonna fit in the 2 or 3. I know I don't like Mustang Recaros at all.
Yeah,
so
they're nothing like them. They are nothing like the ST1 seats, or the ST2 seats. I think they may have gotten rid of when they went to just the ST1 and the ST3.
Okay.
But I love my ST2 seats. Love them. In fact, I got rid of my 3s to put the 2s in. Took them out of my old car. Okay, stop. Go back to that last picture. You can see it here too. But if you look at where the tail light is and where the gas tank cap is. See, the lines don't match.
They tried to
originally on the pre-facelift, that light came all the way down to where those lines matched exactly.
Okay.
And that's one thing. And that thing across the bumper there, that black strip, don't like it. I never liked that. I like the older diffuser look better. But in the front, it's a mix. I like the newer headlights better. I like the new hood better. It's got the original snowflakes on it too. Geez.
Yeah, it doesn't have much modifications. It looks like I don't know what owner they are of it, but they're not the original. But let me see. Selling my son's. He wants 14.5, but it's been listed for almost a month.
Yeah, that's kind of high. Hello.
It's a little high.
I thought it was this one, but it was the one next door.
Okay, no problem. 14.5. It's in good shape, and it's not. Does it have a Carfax with it where it shows wrecks or anything?
No, but I actually bought a couple Carfax so I can run it. I'll just ask him for the VIN.
No, it's got that nice roof rack on it, and those are not cheap. If you like roof racks,
the car's ceramic coated too, and the exact coating.
And it's beautiful. I mean, it's in great shape. It's just an ST1. An ST1 was like a $25,000 car, brand new.
Yeah.
And now that's 6 years old, 80,000 miles. I'd maybe offer him 12 for it.
That's what I was kind of thinking. 12. If I got it for 13, maybe I pay a little more. But at the end of the day, what are you buying for 13,000 in this market?
I know, but the market's dropping big time. Market is dropping. I can't get a bite on my truck right now at all.
No one's selling anything. Go find every Focus ST I have saved. I've had them saved for weeks and they're not moving. They're like
nobody's buying because nobody's got money right now. The economy's such shit.
I mean, they still have the stock exhaust for it. They still have the stock intercooler for it. They did the sequential turn signals for it. They still have the factory set of headlights.
It's all factory still?
No, they have all those parts, like they kept them to go with the car.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, shit. If they've got all that, I wouldn't need it. But if it came with
No,
it, I'd take it. But
stuff
it's got
though.
it's got an upgraded intercooler in it, but nothing else. It's not tuned.
Yeah, so it doesn't. He says, let me see here. Previous owner did a few modifications. See list and picture. Oh, I hadn't got that far. Hold on. So
Hmm.
they have an E85
What
ethanol
was that?
thing in it. There, it's got a
What was
steam.
that? Okay.
Which people are saying these stock ones suck.
The
So
stock would. What is that? That's an E.
it's an e-ethanol. It's a monitor.
Oh wow, that's a nice little upgrade there. There's. I think it has a. I think in the newer ones they have that reader built in. You just have to find something to read it.
Yeah. Then it's got a
But
cop
I'm not
tuner
sure
with
about that.
8-pillar
Oh,
mount.
okay. It has a tune, and the cop
Yep.
tuners are $400 new.
Yep. Here's the list.
Let's see what we got.
Hold on here. I'll just start at
It
the
was
top.
fine.
I'm on. There we go. Can you read
3-inch. Yep, 3-inch cap back CP 100 cell high flow catted downpipe. Go fast DVX diverter. Cobb rear motor mount. Steeda FMIC. Zytrex ethanol content analyzer system, which is nice. Those aren't cheap. Cobb access port with stratified stage 3 tune. Oh, it's stratified. That's who did my first tune. Revisions for 93 and E30 mix. Okay, aesthetic scroll. G Technique 2-step. 20%
Yep.
10 on all windows, but the windshield. Ring white riser kit, which I don't like. The rock blocks, mud flaps are nice. Sequential mirror turn signals. Access port, A-pillar mount. Yeah. One accident was a fender bender in a parking deck. I have bills from body shop upon request. Never been tracked. Okay, it doesn't mean it has been thrashed, but never been tracked. That's actually not bad. That's nice. That's a nice list of modifications.
Yeah.
It's not overly modified.
See,
I
what's
mean,
the
they probably
that's
got on it and played with it, but I doubt they really thrashed it.
so here, let me just pull up a picture here of the owner. Tell me, let's see here. Tell me how much he beat on that car.
Which one? The kid on the side?
Yeah.
He did. Depends on. He could have beat on it plenty. He's young.
True.
I beat the hell out of mine, so I blew an engine within 24,000 miles.
Perfect timing. My computer just died. It was running low battery when I opened it.
Yeah, so I blew a computer. That barrel looks pretty small.
Oh.
Yeah. I said it looks small. I didn't say it was.
I'm trying. I don't remember
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell on a camera. It really is.
All right, let me flip you back around here. Front camera. Now I know how to do it. I just can't. I've never done it with a phone, so.
You're on an iPhone too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know iPhones at all. What's up, Victor? Merry Christmas.
So now with the tunes on these cars, what do they mean by this stage 1, stage 2, stage 3? Because it's almost like nobody has any modifications. What exactly?
Okay, so stage 3, the stages are bullshit stuff that Cobb made up.
Okay.
Stage one is like a tune only. Stage 2 is like air filter upgrade, an intake, front mount intercooler, and that's it. And then, I'm sorry, stage 1 is like an air cooler or intake. Stage 2 is the intake and the intercooler, and stage 3 includes the tune or some aftermarket bits for the turbo, like the blow off or something like that.
Yeah.
It's all kind of BS stuff. You never know. A stage 3 could be anything.
That was kind of my thought of like, none of these cars look like they have real parts that would qualify for any kind of a stage 3 build of any sort.
Mine was stage 3 plus big turbo. I went BT. Once you go big turbo, it's just big turbo. And
Gotcha.
big turbo requires all the supporting mods. So I'm usually what I call like stage 5 or 6 in mine when I'm done with it, because it's going to have everything and then some.
Now with that on his, it was a 93 and E30 mix. Does that mean I have to run with ethanol as well?
Only if you want to run an E30 mix. That's you've got multiple tunes on there, is what it's saying.
Oh, okay.
You run the 93 tune, and it probably has an 87 tune in it still too.
I'm fine with running 93. I would prefer to run 93, but that's all I want.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying. Usually they come with an 87 tune as well, like a bass tune. So if you're wanting to run like a low boost tune or just a better gas mileage tune,
that I'm to the point where everything I own runs premium except my daily.
Yeah, my daily runs premium. Yeah, they all run premium.
Yeah, up to that point.
I think I was actually running the Focus. I had it back then. I was running 87 in it before I took it offline.
The reason I've started big time because I was supposed to have my interview the other day, but they canceled it.
Yeah.
And they put it for the 2nd for a new job. Which, if I give up this job, I lose my company car. So I have no personal vehicle other than drive my yellow Mustang with 4-year-old super sports in New York State up.
That's not a good idea.
Oh, so it's gonna be I have to drive Autumn's car, fiance's, until I get another vehicle.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying now. I don't want to be that guy that, oh, hey, we are offering your job. I got to put in my 2 weeks and I have no car, and I haven't even looked.
Yeah. Well, I do know, like, that Focus, if it's not lowered and you got the right tires on it, they do pretty good in snow. Front wheel drive.
Had a couple. I've never had a powerful front wheel drive, but I've had 3 Witter front wheel drive cars. I had a 98 Honda Civic.
Yeah.
I had a 2001 Dodge Neon, and I've had a Saturn Ion.
Well, I do know when you're driving in snow with a powerful car like that, you actually want to detune it a little bit. I actually would go to low boost in snow because I don't need it spinning the wheels that easily.
Yeah.
And usually with like a stratified tune, your cruise control, like cancel resume button, can choose between like 5 different slots of boost.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Or I think I don't remember. I know that there was not boost. So I had a low boost, like a valet tune. You could throw it into valet. Then there were 4 others, and I think that was launch control. Launch control. So you got like 1 through 4 of the launch control cycles. That would be 28, 2800, 3200, whatever you told them, whatever they were picked at. And then the 5th one would be a low boost, like fuel saver, bad weather.
Yeah.
But I think they might have better modes in the 18s and the newer ones because the computers got a little bit better. But
just trying to know as much as I can. I'm not trying to go into this blind. I did it with car.
I love the SD platform. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people loved it and then hated it, or just outgrew it and went to like a Mustang, which I did, and then I went back to it while keeping the Mustang.
That's the thing, is a lot of people buy a fun car. I'm buying it as a daily driver.
If you buy it as a daily and you're not hooning in it and you just use a regular basic tune on it, they work great. If you don't, as long as you remember not to like try and go wide open throttle in 5th gear when you're going, slow or up a hill, that's what kills these engines is the LSPI.
Yeah.
Low speed pre-ignition.
That my Mustang either. It'll shake you to death.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
My back's hurt. My meds wore off about an hour ago. Oh, I'm dressed so lovely today. My race cycle shirt. I think we're gonna take this on the road. I'll go over here and sit in my chair. Oh, I am just not feeling well at all.
Yeah, surprised I seen you were going to go live. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this. I haven't seen him since before I went hunting, so
yeah.
When I seen you were on Funky's live last week, maybe.
I've been on a couple lives. I was on live yesterday, and there we go. This is a little bit more comfortable for a minute.
Maybe it's Funky Live week, and I think it was last week. No, I don't know. You were in a live
when it was.
Chat, and you're like, I can't do it. So I'm not going to be up.
Yeah. Get these feet out of my way. Let's try to get back over to my table. I'm in my wheelchair. So when I get in the wheelchair, I got to put this back brace on.
I'm here all night.
I am here until I'm not. Until I finally get too tired to stay awake.
Yeah. Hey, if I can keep you awake for a few extra hours, that helps.
Yeah. I am going to have to call here in a minute and have them come bring me my message. Which means I'll probably have to. I'd rather have more people on the panel so they can talk amongst themselves while I'm muted. Pocket Rocket makes a great daily. Yeah. Yeah. No, they don't. Unless he's talking like an ST or something. When I think Pocket Rocket, I think those old little bikes. The Pocket Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
The little super fast mini bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, those are fun. Don't get me wrong; those things are a blast, but not for a daily. Did you get all that carbon? You get all that carbon out of that rifle yet?
Yeah, I got most of it out. I'm not. It's like, oh, this thing's gotta be spotless. I run 4 shells.
Don't make me come over there and take that apart and find all the carbon you missed.
Yeah. Well.
We used to clean our guns so much in the Army. You know,
that makes
so much.
I mean, it's something for you to do. Heck, I'd probably clean my gun like spotless when I wasn't.
That was one thing we'd be doing like for like 3 days in a row. It was pull your weapon out, go up to the lanai, sit there next to your buds, and clean your weapons. You know. So I'd clean my 45, then I'd clean my M16, clean the mortar tube. And when I got the 9mm, I still remember when I shot myself in the head with my 9mm. So the 9mm were new, and I was cleaning it. And I was doing something. I think I was removing the front spring, and I let it slip, and it just flew off and hit me right in the head, and then bounced down onto the ground. So that was fun because it landed in the grass. It took us. Nobody had a big magnet, so it took us like 2 hours to find that son of a bitch. And it had to be found. You know, it's part of a weapon. Has to go back in at the end of the day.
Yes.
Into the armory, but everybody always made fun of me because I shot myself in the head with my own 9mm. It hit me like right center of the forehead when it popped out. The spring popped.
Yeah.
And threw the little lock off. And I'm pretty sure that was my 9mm, not my 45. It may have been the 45. I don't remember. It's been so damn long ago.
This is something that bothered me whenever I pulled this thing out this year. I cleaned it, and I looked when I was sitting in the woods, and I don't know if it's because this has the textured stock on it,
right?
Like the texture, put your hand. Well, the grooves are cutting it like a diamond. Well, I've smashed over a few from hitting it off of something, or I got wood from a tree in it, and I didn't know which. But it bothered me the whole week. So now I need to find out.
What scope you got on that thing?
It's a Bushnell.
So what size? What's your
It's a 3 by, I think it's 3 by 10 by 40.
3 by 10 by 40. Yeah.
I can't say it's really useful to me most of the time. This was the first scope up at all. Considering
you couldn't tell what size that deer was.
That was the first time I ever turned the scope up.
Oh, really? It was that. How far out was that damn thing?
Probably 100 yards. Scope, I have a hard time judging. I always have.
Okay. I have little to no depth perception, but my range judgment has always been good for things like distances. But when things are coming at me, I could miss them because I'll misjudge where they are.
Well, that was the first time I ever had a deer walk out all by itself, other than the one I shot that was.
Happens to me all the time when I don't have a gun.
And you know what? Here's the funny thing. Nobody got a big buck. That night after we were all done and I was on my way back to my aunt's, I'm not kidding you, right across the road from where we were hunting, massive buck
Yeah.
was fine. I drove by him 4 or 5 times. I tried to get pictures. I was like, nobody's gonna believe me. Massive.
No, he was laughing at you.
He never
He was
moved.
sitting there laughing.
I told everybody, I said, you're gonna see him all on camera. You're never gonna see him in the woods. It's gonna be an urban legend.
Yeah,
Same nonsense.
it happens. You know, depending on the area of the country you're in, you're going to get one every year. You know, in some places.
Most of the time, I get something. I haven't 5 years in a row. I think it's been something.
Why do I keep moving? I forgot to lock my wheels. Gotta lock this thing in place or it moves.
Yep, I didn't actually bend those over. That's just wood from a tree, apparently.
Yeah.
Beautiful. There are other ones that are folded over and broke off, but that's fine.
Small car, don't do street bikes. Okay. Yeah, small cars are great for commuting. I loved my Focus for that. That's why I'm ready to have it up and running again.
How is it size-wise? I always remember, like, I'm used to the older ones, so like the early 2000s, and they always seemed relatively roomy for how small they were.
The fronts are plenty roomy. The backs aren't. I'd say the Escort had more room in the back seats than the Focus does.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I know it did. Because I had a bunch of Escorts before I moved to the Focus platform. In fact, I traded an Escort in on a Focus. And then I traded an 03 on an 09 and an 09 on the 14.
So that the last live I think I was on, I asked you what would be a good commuter, and you said like an early 2000s wagon, and there was one for sale, and it was maroon red.
Yeah.
It had 140,000, 150,000 miles on it. They wanted $3,500. They dropped it to $1,800 the next week, and it was while I was in deer. Sold the next day.
Oh, I bet you it did. If it was taken care of, those things were great. We lose Nate. I've lost Nate. Well, that conversation ended abruptly. It's like he went away, but he's still showing up. And there he went. Okay. Well, that was fun while it lasted. I wonder if his phone died. Give you a minute. Yeah, I'll give you a minute. I mean, I've done that before. I've accidentally kicked myself out of these streams so many times, especially on this tablet. It's really easy to do. But it is 7:30. We've been going for an hour now. Still got 5 people in here. Yeah, but I guess I tout the Focus as much as I do because I've owned one and I love it. There's some people who've had them and hate them. How's my back? My back hurts right now. It hurts a lot. It's getting better. I'm walking around. I use a back brace, but I'm walking. I'm doing physical therapy every day. Tomorrow or not. We don't have to do it tomorrow. I had 4 hours of it again this morning, and I will again on Tuesday. And then Wednesday again for the last time before I go home. And then I don't know. I'll have to figure out, see what the schedule is. I think I come back here or somewhere close to here to do outpatient physical therapy, which will be nice because I'll be at home again. As long as they'll let me go as long as I have a ride to get here and back, which I do, my wife. Wow, I just lost a couple people. But I'd love to show you all the incisions in me because they're all sparkly and shiny because all the staples in them, but I'm not doing it. I don't want to get in trouble for showing something I'm probably not supposed to. Yeah, home hopefully is best. I mean, my bed's a regular bed. It's not this hospital bed. I don't have the wheelchair. I don't have a lot of stuff at home that I have here. Like the rails around the toilet, they're nice to have to help get up and down because I can't stand up without some sort of assistance, but I do have my walker I can use for that, or I might get a cane. cane would help. I got to get one of those shower seats for my shower because I don't have one, and I can't stand while showering because it's a little bit much. Although in a couple of days I may be able to. For now, my standing is limited on what I can do while I'm standing without hurting myself. And I need to be wearing a back brace when I'm standing like that. I have one on right now. The part in the back is even bigger. It's like this tall, big thing. And when you put the belt on, you get these cords you tighten it up with, and it aggravates my incisions a little bit because it's rubbing against them. But other than that, it's not too bad. I have a really nice mattress, and I love my mattress. I don't like the toppers. Like, this mattress is basically a topper that I'm sleeping on here, and it's so uncomfortable. I think once I get to my bed, I'll be more comfortable. I think. I only say that because I don't know that for sure. Who knows? I may end up sleeping in my recliner. Super comfortable in that too most of the time. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to restrict what I do. I won't be able to do any work on my car for a while. It's gonna be weeks before I can do anything without help. So since I don't have anybody to help me at my house, it's gonna be a while before I can work on my car again. And, I'm ready to get back to that, which sucks because I have all this time off until I healed before I go back to work, but I can't do anything. Can't work on my cars, can't do anything because I'm still kind of broken. It kind of sucks. Take time off to heal. And that's all you can do is heal and work to get better, and you can't do any of the fun stuff. So that goes all my vacation for the first part of the year anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna. Don't worry about the car. Concentrate on getting. But I am worried about the car because I want my car running again. And I'm the one that I took apart a perfectly running car. The car was running fine. There was no reason for me to take it apart other than I wanted to upgrade it. So that's on me. Yeah, I'm concentrating on getting better, but I'm constantly thinking about the car. That's what I do. And until I get the Focus done, I can't get the Mustang out of the trailer and put it in the garage to work on it. I'd really like to have them both running by the next season and hopefully running better. Hopefully whatever that problem with the clutch is, I'll get figured out and it'll actually run better and I'll be able to do better takeoffs. Who knows? But I like I said, if it's a problem with the actual transmission, if there's an issue with the transmission, I am done with that transmission. That transmission's pissed me off enough already. And I really kind of wanted to put an automatic in it as it was. I just don't have the money for it. Won't have the money for it for a while. So if the transmission's a problem, then there's a big chance the Mustang won't run for a while. I may end up just getting rid of it if that's the case, because I'm not going to sit around with not being able to drive it. But who knows? I don't know. It's all to be seen. Depends on what happens. So what do we think happened to Nate? Think his phone died and he's having to charge it up a little bit before he gets back on? So who we got? We got Victor and Zach in the chat. Who else is in the chat? Shows 4 people. So I'm in a rehab, which is attached to a hospital, but it's not the same hospital I had surgery. I'm in Muscle Shoals now. I'm not in Huntsville anymore. So I'm near to my house. I'm like 10, 15 minutes from my house. That's what my guess too, Zach. Seems to be a common thing to happen with people's phones and just die on them while they're on live streams. I generally try and keep mine plugged in, but my tablet is plugged in and it's at 94%. But that's because I don't have my fast charger hooked up to it. Because the cable I have for my fast charger is only like this long. It's long enough. So, guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go make a call. I need to try and get my meds. Yeah, get around this bed. Okay. Yeah, made the call. I just have to wait. Oh, wheelchair, its legs, everything gets in the way. Wheels. I am definitely not an expert when it comes to driving a wheelchair. Yeah, at least it's close to home. And not just for my wife, for my dogs too. So when she comes to visit, she doesn't have to lock them up for like 7 hours to see me for a couple hours. Because I can't leave. Our husky cannot be left out. She will eat everything. She'll tear everything up. That's the problem with huskies. In fact, I saw a video today with a guy and his husky had eaten a hole into the couch and was lying in the hole. like, oh my God. How do you do that? how do you do that? And you want to kill the dog, you really do. The dog looks so cute, but you're like, that's the $2,000 couch or whatever it was. I don't know. Huskies are great dogs, but they're a menace to society. Yeah, huskies are that crazy. Oh, hey. Welcome, Mr. Mach 1. I'm going to mute for 1 second. I'll be right back with you.
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. What the heck's going on here? Oh, I see what I did.
Oh, so what you been up to today other than getting your bumper all set up? That looked great.
Well, go ahead.
I said I love the way you had it on the back bumper there like that.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's where it's going to be. And everybody says, what are you going to do when you drag the bumper? Ain't going to be no bumper dragging. No, that suspension's set up just right. It's nice and soft. You know what I mean? It should drop and go.
That, not that.
Yeah, I don't need no bumper dragging.
No.
Are you still in the hospital? Yeah, you're still in the hospital.
What's that?
How come they still got you there, man? Is it because you can't poop or what?
Well, maybe I'm not at a hospital. I'm a rehab unit. It's just an inpatient PT, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I do 4 hours of PT in the morning, and then I just stay here and they monitor and make sure, they keep medicines coming for me because I'm still in a lot of pain.
Yeah, I see that when you just move.
Yeah. I'm sitting in a wheelchair with a back brace on. Anytime I walk, I have to have the back brace on.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm out of bed, basically, I'm supposed to have this back brace on. So.
Well, you got to be careful, man, because you don't want to mess it up again before you get to go home.
I know. It's like I'm under what they call the BLT restrictions, no bending, lifting, or twisting.
Right.
So I've got this little grabber thing over there, so if something's on the ground, I can get to it. I've learned how to put socks on without bending over with this little tool they have for putting socks on, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the grabber, I can put my pants on. not like jeans or anything, but huh?
You got it made now. You got something to help put your pants on.
Yeah. Well, at home I got my wife to help me too, but
yeah.
So I'm learning how to take a shower without standing up, and
Oh my
without
God,
being able to
dude.
bend over and stuff. It is such a pain in the ass.
Oh, I bet.
It's just, but the hot water feels so good. But I know I can't stand there long because if you stay under the water too long, your incisions get soft and then they stop healing together. So I can't even enjoy it that much, even though it feels so good.
Oh. So the incisions are in your back or your front?
Both. I have one in front, 3 in the back, 2 on the side.
Okay.
So the only side I have, my right side doesn't have anything.
Okay.
So.
And so what exactly did they do to you?
Let's see. L2 to L4 got an ALF and an XLF, whatever that means. It's all in abbreviations. I got a lumbar fusion and a laminectomy from L2 to S1, and then I had the alateral fusion and something fusion, I think is what the L2 to L4 is. That it's an ALIF and an XLIF or an XL/F. I'm not sure what it is. What's up, Barbecue Mike? I know there was a bunch of fusions going on and some laminectomies where they cut some parts out to open up some things so that my nerves weren't all pinched up anymore.
Right.
Because that's what was affecting my legs. And unfortunately, in doing so, that shocked some of the nerves on one side. So I'm having this weird feeling in this one leg, which should go away. It did the same thing when I had knee surgery too. And so all around my knee felt weird until like a month or 2 later. And then it started feeling normal again.
Okay.
Alphabet soup. Yeah, it's exactly what it is, Xavier.
That's funny, Victor. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like they wrote it up there, the DX. It's blah, 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 blah on the first surgery. But
Blah,
on the
blah,
second
blah,
surgery, on the second surgery, it's lumbar fusion, laminectomy. They wrote it out, L2 to S1. So I don't know what that is, if that's an AL/F or an IF. The nurse probably does. But I'm not that smart. I don't know all this medical stuff.
If that was the case, you would have been a doctor.
Yeah, it's true. What is the ALIF and XLIF?
That's the procedure you had.
It's that.
Forget what the A and the L. It's something lumbar internal fixation.
Oh, okay.
Through L2, which is your lumbar, the second lumbar through L4.
So would that be alateral or I don't know. Anterior lumbar. And then I don't know what X would be. Exterior?
Let her know. Let her know you're on a live stream, dude.
It's probably anterior.
Okay. I am on a live stream right now, so people can see us live.
Oh.
And, and I'm fine with sharing this. So
Okay.
just letting you know. There's people watching us, but not to watch you. Although you're probably prettier than I am, so.
Oh, well, no. I hate how I look.
These guys know what I look like.
Well, she's smart. She got a mask on. She's the masked one.
She is. She's the smart one. Major work on my back. Yes, it was definitely major work on my back. So I don't know if you were in here.
Hopefully you get feeling better soon.
I hope I do too. I'm already better than I was a couple days ago. So
good.
I started walking without the walker. That was always that was good. I enjoyed when they took me off the walker, and then they gave me freedom to move around my room.
You want to do the oral or want me to scan your forehead?
The oral takes forever on this thing. Usually about the same. But I don't have a fever.
Oh, that's good. Well, no, I just popped on. I seen you were on. I thought, well, shoot, let me pop on here with him for a little bit.
Yeah. Don't fart. Thanks, Mike.
He probably wishes he could fart.
Oh, I can. I do. That still works.
Okay.
If it didn't, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Well, that's what I said. But usually when you're on pain medicine, dude, that's what screws you up.
It does. Pain meds are no fun.
Oh, they're fun. They just ain't fun when you can't poop.
Yeah. Not just that. I really, if I could deal with the pain more than I can, if I wasn't such a little wimp about it, I wouldn't take them. But that poor nurse. Yeah, I know. I'm mean to them all. I'm just such a bad person.
So I guess they have, all your kids and everything's going to come up after you're out of the hospital to celebrate Christmas, or?
No, my kids are all in Washington State. They're not coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, nobody lives around here. It's just me and my wife. I mean, it would have just been us at home anyway.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Stool.
Yeah, I'll take that too. Yes, please. Oh, gotta get my drugs.
Get some drugs. Give me some
Gotta
good.
get some drugs. Make me feel bad because so I can have the pain med every 4 hours, and I try and make it longer than that. I try not to take it until it starts hurting again. Although some people say that's bad, but like,
Well,
when
when
I
I used to
overdo it.
take, after I had my surgeries and stuff like that, I always try to take my pain meds at night so I could sleep.
Yeah, and this is a good time because it's almost 8 o'clock. So, because I'm not going to be on here that much longer, because I am going to try and get a full night's sleep tonight. But I usually wake up in the middle of the night having to go to the bathroom, because ever since surgery, I haven't been able to go all night without having to get up and go.
That's why I keep me a urinal to the side of my bed when I was in the hospital, so I wasn't getting up in the middle of that. Is
Yeah.
being in that urinal.
Yeah, Miralax isn't really strong enough, I don't think, Victor. I've been taking all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they can't give me
So
morphine.
have I been a good patient? Mike wants to know.
What's that?
My friend asked if I'd been a good patient.
He has.
I'm
He's not on the
nice.
naughty list. He's been good.
Yeah, they actually gave me a Christmas present today.
They did.
I got a bag with a blanket in it, and a candy cane, and a little tinsel Christmas tree, and a light with a star on it. And I think there was some what is that stuff? Lotion, some dry skin lotion, and chapstick.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and
That's
a candy cane that I haven't tried to eat because it's nothing but sugar. If I could get some apple juice.
Some
Apple juice?
apple?
Yes. Apple juice.
Oh, apple juice.
Yeah. Apple juice would be awesome.
Do you need any water?
I am going to need a refill on my water because I'm down to about 300.
Do you want a couple of apple juices or just
2 of those little ones would be
Okay.
fine.
Oh.
And I won't need a cup. I already have one here.
Cool bean. That's where she can sneak in a little bit of beer.
Yeah. We got a Walmart right next door. I thought about walking over there earlier. I did walk out to when my wife was leaving. I walked her out, walked out to the courtyard because it was still like in the low 60s, and it felt so good out there. Although it's, I think, raining now, or started raining earlier.
Oh, I bet.
But 66 degrees today.
When I was in the hospital back in 2003, man, I was in a coma for like almost 30 days.
Wow.
And when I woke up, my doctor walked up to me, goes, "I'm sorry," he goes, "but I don't think your lungs will handle you smoking anymore."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, shoot, I hadn't even thought about a cigarette until you said something." But I never went back to smoking.
What put you in the coma? Was it like a heart attack or a stroke or?
No. I had SARS pneumonia back in 2003.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That'll do it. My wife was in a coma a couple years ago too. Not that long. She was only gone for about 7 days, but it was kind of touch and go.
Yeah,
They actually had to induce the
weeks.
coma. They had to induce the coma on her to save her. So.
Well, that's what they did to me.
Yeah. But damn, a whole month. That sucks.
Oh yeah, they had to put a trach in me because they had a tube down my throat and I wouldn't wake up. So they pulled that tube out of my throat, put a trach in me. The next day I woke up.
Wow. That had to be scary for your wife.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. I know how it is as being the significant other in that situation. You
Oh,
you
trust me.
don't realize what's going on. My wife had no idea. She had some funky dreams she told me about, but
Oh, me too. Oh no, you dream some dreams, man. It's
oh
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. But I sat there every day. I mean, luckily for me, I only had to do it for 7 days until she was up, and she stayed in the hospital a good probably 3-4 weeks after that.
Well, the thing with me was all my nurses and stuff were friends that I went to school with. So
Really?
they took extra good care of me. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, that's
my
awesome.
best friend growing up, his sister was the head nurse.
How long do I have to do PT? Well, I'm here until Wednesday doing it every day except for tomorrow. And then after that will probably be 2 to 3 more weeks at least. I would think. So a total of like 4 weeks of PT, maybe 5.
Well, until you get moving around good, that's the main thing.
Yeah. I'm probably going to end up having to go back to work before I'm completely ready, but it's a desk job, so hopefully it won't be too bad.
Well, that's good. Just make sure you get something you can take with you so you're comfortable in your chair and stuff. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I have a decent chair at work, but I would probably still be wearing this back brace. But on January 3rd, I have the follow-up with my doctor to get the staples removed, which I dread that. I really do, because most of the time they do that without painkiller.
Yeah, I mean, I end up taking my own staples out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to let the
My
doctor do
doctor,
it.
he goes, what in the world did you? I says, they were itching. I said, so I took them out.
Mine are itching now, so.
Oh, it'll drive you crazy.
Yeah, I'll probably end up lotioning them, doing all this stuff, but I'm going to wait and let them take it back, because that's like only a week from now.
Yeah, mine were in for a couple weeks.
A week from tomorrow, I think.
But yeah, I popped them out.
But mine were also, like, the ones on the front are 2 days, almost 3 days older than the ones on the side of the back.
They do.
Well, I know. Well, it depends, because some people, like my wife, she had like 300 of them in one of her legs one time, and her skin had started growing over them. So they did not come out easy. And, they did hers without painkiller.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. They left them in there too long.
Yeah, this doctor's not trying to leave them in that long.
Yeah, no, I took it started itching really bad, so I started picking them out.
My problem is I keep accidentally going to scratch, and I'm trying not to scratch on the staples because that hurts. I'm trying to rub gently around the edges of them.
I get it, but it's so irritating.
Oh, it is. I remember the staples I had for my appendicitis, and I remember when I let those. I think 2 of those fell out by themselves. The 2 on the ends fell out by themselves, and then they took them out like a couple weeks after surgery. And I remember they bugged me, but they didn't have as many in me for that surgery as they do for this, and the cut was just as long. They used way less staples.
So when they did, a buddy of mine, they glued his clothes. They didn't staple them; they glued them closed.
Yeah, depending on where. Yeah, I've seen that done too. Some you can, some you can't, because the glue doesn't always hold if it's in a stretched out area like my belly, which unfortunately keeps getting more stretched out because I'm not pooping.
Right.
I think on my back, it's they don't want to risk that too, because you lie on your back a lot and it might not hold. But I don't have any. There's no bandages on them anymore. I haven't had bandages in a couple days now either.
Well, yeah, they want to dry up. But yeah, see, that's how come I got this big hernia right here in my stomach. It's about that big actually, and that's how come I went in to get it fixed, man, because I don't want to go through that surgery. They staple you back together. I hate it.
It was crazy. No, I'm not on a liquid diet, Mike. I had lasagna for dinner tonight.
Nice.
Wasn't good lasagna, but it was lasagna.
It was food.
And
But
I
I
had
have
a
to
burger.
say, hospital food nowadays is a lot better than it used to be.
It is. It is. I will have to say that is for sure.
I mean, it still sucks, but not as bad.
Like yesterday for dinner, I had chicken tenders, which weren't bad, but you could tell they were the cheaper frozen ones, and they were a little freezer burnt. But they do these baked fries that have that that dip on them, the batter on them, so that they crisp
right,
up.
yeah.
And they're actually pretty good. So I had those, and then the day before for lunch, I had their cheeseburger they have here, and it wasn't bad. It tasted like a cheeseburger I'd had in the past. I can't remember where it was I used to get those, and it might have been old school cafeteria cheeseburgers. I don't
know. Victor, it is dangerous as long as I don't go stupid and try to grab a hold of something I shouldn't be grabbing a hold of. And so I do wear a belt a lot of time. At work, I will wear a belt.
Which hernia do you have? The one right under the belly button there?
No.
Oh, you've got the one, the dropout.
This one right here. That's a hernia.
Oh, okay. You've got okay.
And then I have one right here too. So it's like
one right under my belly button.
Yeah, it's like I look fatter than I actually am because of the hernias, but like I just
I have my belly button, which is a huge, big, round opening. It doesn't look like a belly button anymore. It's because it's pushed out a lot from the hernia, but I can push it back in without a problem. And when they did the incision, they did it right next to there. They could have fixed it while they were in there.
And yet, that's what I was about ready to say. Why didn't they fix it while they were in there?
I don't know, because that's not what they were doing. I don't know, because the guy that was doing that part of the surgery was an assist to help the doctor doing the back part.
Okay, yeah, but so the hernia on my side is from where I had to wear the colostomy bag.
Oh, okay.
Diverticulitis.
Right. Is that where the hose came out or whatever?
Yeah, that's where my testing came out there.
Yeah, the hose.
Yeah.
Big long snake.
Looked like I had a red butthole on the side of my stomach.
I've seen those.
The nurse asked me, she goes, "Did you name it?" And I said, "No, why would I name it?" She goes, "Because you get along with it better." I go, "Really?"
Yeah, I named it Asshole.
There you go.
They suck. I've actually had to help people out who've had those before. Not fun, but comes as part of the territory of being a decent human being.
Well, I didn't have no feeling that you couldn't feel it. So if you had to go poop or anything like that, it just came out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'd be taking a shower. Next thing you know, I'm pooping on my foot.
Oh, God.
Speaking of butthole, we're salty.
Yeah. He was in here earlier. I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
Sublime stopped by to say hi because he's got his family over. And a couple people stopped in and said hi, but Salty's not. He might still be in the chat. He said he was sick. He wasn't feeling good at all today, so he didn't want to come up because he's coughing.
His mom's in the hospital, right?
I asked. I think she may still be because he said he woke up this morning feeling like he had the flu or something. He's been coughing all day.
Okay. Well, you've been in the hospital, dude. That's a good place to get it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they've got the flu restrictions here when you come in. They got the thing out front to check your temperature, and they got masks available for people. Which I will say, for a regular flu virus, they work. For other things, they don't.
Right.
They help. They help with any type of cold.
Yeah.
And flu. And they always have. But, that's because the flu virus is quite large.
Yes, it is.
As viruses go. Cold and flu viruses are quite large. I am sad. This is the first time that I've been in country and not at home for Christmas.
Right.
Usually,
I mean, it's yeah, but I mean, it was the time that you choose to have it done, though, right?
Yeah, because I knew I'd be able to take as much time off without using, with less vacation and everything used, because I can use the holidays.
Right, right. So it's perfect.
Actually,
so when you want to
it was
go to
actually
Ford
planned
Takeover
that
or
way.
whatever. Huh?
And it's just me and my wife at home anyway. It's not like we have the kids over or anything.
Right.
They live too far away. I'd love to have, the kids and grandkids come around, and then maybe I'd actually decorate, but we don't even decorate our house anymore.
Yeah, either do we. But we built the Christmas tree for the grandkids and that, but that's about it.
If I had grandkids coming over, there would definitely be a Christmas tree in my house. I'd have to block it off from the dogs, but there'd be one.
Right. No, our beagles can't get to it. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, Victor. It's that time of year. And the way this weather's been up here in Michigan, it's been quite warm. That's when you get sick.
Really? Yeah. What's the weather been like today there?
It's like 44 degrees here now.
Yeah. So you got basically the same weather we did then. It got up into the mid 60s today.
It's 46 right now.
See what it is.
The high of 40, the high of 47. It's been real foggy.
Okay. So it's 61 here right now at 8 o'clock at night. The low is 58. The daytime high today was 66. And tomorrow, what is it going to be tomorrow? Tomorrow it's going to get up to 66 again and rain. So we're just going to have rain. And then on Tuesday, it dips down into the 30s at night.
Yeah. So
we're going to cold weather will be back by next weekend.
Yeah, it'll be 55 here tomorrow.
Yeah. So it's crazy this time. I mean, my wife looked it up, and I guess this time last year it was like 9 degrees out.
My wife's not tormented. My wife's present sitting out there. I'm just waiting for her to wrap it. She goes, well, why can't you wrap it? I said, because you already know what it is.
Funny. What'd you get her?
Some pots and pans.
Nice.
That's what she wanted, so that's what she got.
I couldn't buy my wife's gift yet because she won't let me buy it for her until it goes on sale. It's another pair of boots. It's another pair of boots, and they're like, she buys them when they go down to half price to like $90 because they're like $170
well, that's the
or
thing,
right now.
We normally buy what we want anyhow, so I mean, it's
it's not like kids. I mean, it's different with the kids.
Right. Yeah, but just me and her, we usually buy what we want. She'll say, what do you want? I'll tell her, and I'll say, what do you want? She'll tell. Plus, we just spend a ton of money on the kitchen and her office and everything, too. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that office looked great.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, it's a whole different room now.
Yeah, they did a real nice job in there. It's like that Fairmont, man. That thing's looking great.
Dude, I'm getting anxious.
So you going to have somebody else paint it, or are you going to do it yourself?
So, the Katana 88?
Yeah.
That comes in there? I'm thinking about having him paint it. Because that's what he does. Yeah. He lives about an hour away from Sublime.
Oh, okay. So he's not that far away.
Mm-mm.
I mean, not close, but not far.
Yeah, gives me the chance to go over there and throw rocks at Sublime.
Yeah. Don't throw him at his car.
I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't hurt his car. I just throw him at him.
Never hurt somebody's car. If you're mad at somebody, hurt them, not their car.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him. I just want to throw rocks at him.
Oh, yeah.
What are friends for, right?
What are friends for? I used to have friends that used to do that to me, but I did it to them too.
But Kids. That's what you're supposed to do.
I know. And it's all fun and games until somebody hits me with one in the head and I start bleeding and had to go to the hospital. And then we stopped doing that for a while. So somebody put one right into my head one time and they didn't mean to do it. And I wasn't mad about it. It just hurt. I had to go have one of those butterfly stitches put in.
Well, you heard what I said last night that me and my buddy was trading punches and he hit me real hard. So I got him back and I knocked him out, man.
Yeah, you missed. You missed
right into the jaw.
Right into the jaw.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Man. Oh, that was horrible.
You got
that's
trouble.
Cool. Like, you enjoyed that.
Yeah. KitchenAid vegetable noodle and fruit peeler, heart-shaped necklace. Oh, that's cool.
Whose picture she gonna put in it though? Yours or her boyfriend's?
Uh-huh. Well, if it holds two pictures, maybe you could put one in the front, one in the back.
There you go.
Just flip it over. Sorry, I hit your call. Yeah, don't do it. Just leave a sticky note saying that. People will look forever for the dent.
But the problem is that, you know, that car's got a bullseye on it anyhow.
I know. Oh, her dad and mom's. Okay, that's even sweeter. he tore us down. Our joke doesn't hit.
All right, well, I'm gonna pop off here. I just figured I'd stop up here and say Merry Christmas. I seen you were on.
Well, hey, thanks for stopping in. If nobody hops back up on here in the next couple minutes, I'm gonna shut her down anyway.
All right, okay, brother. You get some rest and you get feeling better. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Everybody at that, Merry Christmas. We'll see ya.
Merry Christmas. So yeah, that's probably going to be about it, guys. Nate never came back up. I guess his phone is dead. So without anybody joining me here on the panel, I don't really have a lot left to talk about, and I'm getting kind of tired. And my meds will kick in here in a few minutes, and they're going to make me even more tired. And then I'm going to want to sleep. And it is 8:10 at night, and I'm hoping to try and get like 8 hours tonight would be nice. And I usually can't sleep past 6, so I can get to bed in the next hour or two. I'll be doing good. But yeah, that's been a fun week. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and see you all in the next year. Or if somebody does a live tomorrow or some other time, I will see you then. But for now, I am going to call this live, and thanks for all coming in, and appreciate seeing you here. Have a Merry Christmas, and I will catch you on the next one. I will end the stream if it lets me. There we go.